Well, surprise, surprise, I'm out scaling the rocks again like a mountain goat. It seems to be my natural habitat these days. I really do love coming around here, but you guys all know that because you've been watching this. And I swear, many of you are watching it, waiting for the moment that I land flat on my ass and the phone goes flying into the air. Hopefully not with the drink, because that means I'll be able to recover the video and post it for you guys to see. And I do swear, if that does happen, I am recording at the time, I will post it. It has happened. I wasn't recording at the time. So, sorry about that. I'll try it better next time. And that's not what I'm calling for. And that's not why I'm, recording this particular little video. Okay, the tide's up a little bit, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful here. I'm going to get wet. What I'm, jumping on video for, other than the fact that I might catch a lucky spill for you guys, is to talk about foundations. And I mean foundations in the terms of your technology stack within your business. And why is this important? Well, it's important because for a lot of the things I've been reading and learning about online, especially post-COVID, is that most organisations, especially here in Australia, have very poor foundational systems. And the problem with that is that they've got these poor foundations, yet they're trying to overlay advanced technology services. Things like AI, machine learning, augmented reality, blockchain, and a whole bunch of other things in the hope that it will fix whatever deficiencies they have within the business. Others are saying, oh, look, we really need to move more into cloud, more aggressively. No, you should have been doing that 10 years ago. Right? That's when you should have been starting that process. Now, you should be fully adopted with those particular solutions. Because quite frankly, the purpose of cloud is that it's someone else's computer. That's what cloud is. It's someone else's computer. And the reason you use it is that you don't have to deal with all the infrastructure problems that you have with running your own server kit. Your own business, unless that is your business, i.e. you're a software as a service provider or anything like that, or you have very specialist services that you provide that can't be delivered by cloud services. Don't have your own stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense to you. Just, no, don't do it. Some people are saying, oh, but security. Yeah, that one's been debunked many, many times over. But what happens if they go down? Well, the chances of them going down is about the same as yours. In fact, even if it does go down, you don't have to get out of bed and someone else is going to fix it. Right? It's not your problem. Your problem is to focus on your business and drive value for your customers. Sorry, I just got myself into a corner here. And that's really what most organisations that are still resisting the drive to migrate and move all their stuff to cloud services. You've backed yourself into a corner for a variety of reasons, and now you're stuck. And the thing is, the reason you're stuck is that you're trying to take advantage of all the new stuff that everyone's talking about and saying you need to have all this automation, AI, machine learning, and other stuff in place to be competitive in the marketplace. And that's been shown with all the competitors overseas because the global economy is coming to bite us here in Australia. You think, oh, but my service is so unique, it can't be delivered except by local resources. Bollocks, it can, it will happen. They might get local resources via various partners here locally to fulfill the on-site locations, but it'll be manipulated and orchestrated from overseas. That's going to happen in pretty much every business segment. So how do you compete with that? How do you compete with all these global competitors that have access to all these systems and technologies and capabilities and cheap labour force? That's the big driver here. That you don't have access to. Well, you have to get smart. You have to be smarter than them. And the only way that's going to happen is to take advantage and retool your business to really take advantage of the digital capabilities that we have available to us today. But the thing is, most organisations that I have seen here in Australia aren't ready for that. And I'm even talking about some big corporates because they're still dealing with mundane infrastructure problems because they have servers in their own data centres or underneath the desk of the receptionist. And this is something that needs to change. And it's something that we've been successfully doing for a number of clients recently. And you think, oh God, Andy, that sounds really expensive. And it is if you get the wrong advice. It is if you go to the wrong partner. And it is if you don't know what you're asking for. If you're trying to do the whole lot and transform your whole business in one big hit, it's not going to work well for you. It's just not. It's too much change. And you go, but yes, we can manage that. No, you can't. You might be able to deal with it, but your people won't, your customers won't. And that risks breaking too much. Just don't do that. So you have to have this roadmap of change that's going to transform your business to take advantage of the new technologies. And now we ultimately call this future ready, once you get to a stage where you can do this all by yourself. But for the most organisations, you're at the foundational stage. You just need to change the base stuff. Now, here's the thing of any foundational piece. To do so, you're going to go backwards from it. There's going to be a steep learning curve, there's going to be lost time, there's going to be confusion, there's going to be little niggling issues of stuff that might have been missed, misunderstood. And this happens. You're going to have people that are taking off frontline activities that is helping you grow revenue to focus on back-end stuff. You're going to redo your processes. You're going to restructure how the organisation functions. You're going to re-look at your filing systems and where you have all your contents and data. You're going to have to relearn new tools. So, that happens. I'm not going to say otherwise. I'd be lying if I did. So you're going to go backwards for a bit. But it's now going to set you in a position to take advantage of some really cool technologies. And I mean really seriously cool stuff. Specifically, I work in the Microsoft world, and there is so much cool shit inside of the Office 365 and Microsoft ecosystem that most organizations are missing. And the best thing is once you're in that ecosystem, you've already paid for it. You just have to learn how to leverage it for your business. You need to take the systems and tools that are available to you and work out how to apply that into your business. Because it's not just a case of turning this stuff on, job done, you're now heroes, future ready, and all that sort of stuff. Doesn't work. Wish life was that easy, but it's not. The first thing you need to do is actually get onto the platform. Again, as I said, we do this for clients all the time. We've been very successful in doing so in a very short amount of time. We don't actually make any money out of that. You go, hang on, you're in business. Surely you're there to make money. No, we do enough to cover our costs, but we don't believe that it's worth or the value to charge our clients any more than it costs us to do. Because this is just foundational stuff. This is just getting you ready to take advantage of stuff in the future. And we know it's going to cause you pain. So why would we want to add to that pain by charging you more? And we do this stuff very fast. So once we've decided to do it, it's pretty much done within a weekend, and we've done the foundations and we've migrated you over. That's how it works. We don't fluff around with massive amounts of requirements gathering and all that sort of stuff, because quite frankly, there is none. Usually it's a case of managing your identity, getting your emails done, and moving you on to the platform. And that's it. The next bit where it takes a little bit of work, and we usually try to push this back on you, because you know your business better than we ever could, and that's to do with your files, all the contents and data and processes and everything you have. And really our role there is to play as guides and advisors to help you. But ultimately, it's much more efficient for you to do this. And it's much more empowering if you don't know how this stuff works, so that it helps you. Because we don't want to be holding your hands all the time. Sure, we'd make money out of that, but quite frankly, we'd rather that you be empowered, your staff be empowered to get this stuff done. So this is what I'm talking about. Let's work together and solve those foundations. Right? It's going to be hard, it's going to be it's boring, but we're trying to do it as quick as possible. Why? Because we want to move you to the next stage. We want to move you to a position so that you can take advantage of the really cool technologies that are available. The automation, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, the ability to take a paper-based form, take a photo of it, put it into a queue. That's then processed by machine learning and AI and OCR, optical character recognition, to then translate that into data that goes into your CRM system and stores everything else. No one needs to be sitting there to be able to type all this shit in. The machines do it for you. That's what we're talking about. And then once we're on that chain, once we're on that process, we can continue to do it. We can look for other opportunities to transform the business. We can look for other opportunities to make things different. We can look for other ways of doing really cool stuff. The planes are coming up really close up here. It's very cool to watch. So I might get swept away. So this is what we want to do. We want to help you get on with your foundations. We want to move you to a position to take advantage of all of this really cool stuff. Because sadly, most of the organisations we talk to aren't ready. And you can't build a house or a solid business on weak foundations. So let us help you solve those foundations and move on to greater things. Let's go and have some fun, eh?